There it is. I just
Now the
I
red.
see a
Oh,
red light.
so you guys can see that?
Oh yeah.
Well, see,
Yeah.
remember the first shorty thing? I didn't know what you guys could see. I thought I got shit here. Looks like I'm producing the evening news here. I got
Yeah.
stuff all over my screen,
Yeah. It looks like the red light for the radio station
live on air.
live.
And it says episode 10 at the top.
That's why I named it. So I think
Okay.
we're on 10. So welcome everybody to episode 10 of the Ridiculous Reseller Rendezvous. There will be no episode next week because it is the 4th of July week and I will be away on vacation, heading down to the Jersey Shore for some hopefully relaxation on the beach.
You still got to pay down there?
Yeah, her Sarah's dad gets all the beach tags there before the season starts for a discounted rate.
Yeah, the last time I was there, I didn't know you had to pay, and the girls and stuff, they were out in the ocean. They looked back and said, "Look, Ron's up there being attacked by some bum begging for money. He's giving them money." Like, no, I'm getting you guys beach passes. Yeah. I didn't know you had to pay.
Yeah, only Wildwood's still free. Ocean City, I believe, is free. I think
Wildwood's free because you got to walk so far.
Yeah, Jesus, that's like 3 miles out to the water there.
Yeah, it's a mile walk to the water.
Stone Harbor and Avalon, you got to pay, but they're kind of linked together. So if you have a Stone Harbor pass, it's good for both Avalon and Stone Harbor. So some days we go to Stone Harbor, some days we go to Avalon. Depends on the black fly situation. If the black flies are bad in Stone Harbor, we'll venture up to Avalon. It's a big difference what 1 mile makes.
Well, they say it's supposed to be a bad year this year for the cicadas.
Oh. 1 year we had them damn. Yeah, we had cicadas down there 1 year. They were pretty loud.
Oh, down there in Lewisberry.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I guess there's 2 batches of them for this year.
Ooh.
That are coming out.
One of them, 17-year broods or whatever they call them, or 17-year hatches or something.
I found one that was dead in the food this morning.
Yeah, I think they already hatched somewhere because about a month ago they said they were complaining about them. People were calling the 911 because of these loud noises. They didn't know what it was. They were talking about it on the radio the other day, Nipsey and them.
Yeah, let's tie up the 911 line for freaking insects. Oh boy!
Well, actually, you know what I haven't seen this year? I haven't seen the lanternflies.
No, we had a pesticide training at work a few months back, or a pruning class. Actually, we got some pesticide credits for. They kind of moved on. We still have them, but they're not bad. They kind of moved on. Appeared they're not that harmful as they initially thought. I mean. They really don't kill trees. What they do is they'll put the tree in stress, and then something else will come in and just take that tree out. Not necessarily the lanternfly, but I don't know. It's migrating out west, so anybody who lives out in the Midwest, they are coming your way. What they found is they like to lay their egg sacs on anything metal because it gets warm, and being the railroad runs that way. They found a lot of egg nests on the railroad cars, and they travel out west. And by springtime, they hatch.
Speaking of traveling, you hear about the new spiders that are working up the coast?
Yeah,
oh, Jesus. Don't say that now,
dude. Oh, they're huge. What are they? 4 inches or something like that?
6 inches body or an 8-inch body or something like that.
Yeah,
bigger than tarantulas.
Andy pulled them up
Jersey
the other
yet,
day.
are
they? No, actually, I think they are.
Jesus.
They didn't say anything about Pennsylvania, or New York yet, but they said about New Jersey and Maryland.
Come back next weekend shooting webs out my wrist.
I got to bring a 22 for those guys.
Well, I shot at a yard sale maybe 2 weeks ago. Do you have one of them salt guns, Ron?
Salt guns?
Yeah. They sell them at Bass Pro. They're like $50, $60. You load salt in it. and like you cock it like a water gun / BB gun, and it shoots the granulars of salt, almost like a shotgun pellets. And you shoot flies with them, and it just it kills the fly. Sounds fun, but I was like, I don't want to pay $50-$60 for this thing.
No, I never heard of that.
They would be great down in Jersey because sometimes them green-headed flies get nasty on the beach.
I mean, I know they sell shotgun shells for salt. I mean, because I got hit already with that. That's another story I won't mention about it here.
Is that the one, Ron?
Well, yeah, they're really creepy looking.
Yeah,
but they're really big. They're huge.
U.S. East Coast, yeah, right there. It's
and they're poisonous too.
Juro spider. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like they're Steelers fans. Black and yellow. Send them shits out to Pittsburgh. Let's hit the drink of the day segment there.
William, what did I say? It was William Wolf, the Pekin bourbon.
Oh,
it's in the house. It came to the house this weekend. It's pretty good.
I got the Smorgasbord Ice Smash Peach Mango. Let's see. There you go.
That pecan bourbon. I had a sip over at Kevin's house one time. It was pretty good.
Oh, it's good. It's good today. It calmed down outside. It's good enough to drink now.
Yeah. I'm going generic. I just got diet iced tea in a cup. I'm doing some drinking a little bit later, so I didn't want to get carried away early. Her cousin Steven's off, so we're doing pool party and
that's trouble.
Probably heading down to the Mexican food joint, and margaritas start flying, and party goes back to the pool, and tomorrow's always a rough day at work.
Dude, did you see those protesters at the golf thing the weekend?
I heard about them, but I didn't see them.
Oh, some of them got pummeled. Man, security come out there and laid them out. Oh, the one guy, he had to put a divot in the green. You get a chance, you got to pull that up. Oh, they face planted him.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's good.
I did see the Cincinnati Reds kid who ran on. They shot a taser at him on the field. I think that's about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That cop's like, you're not going to make an ass out of me. He just pulled out his taser, said pop. Zzz. That guy froze up, fell right to the ground. Yeah, so we're heading down to Jersey Shore like we normally do. Spend a week down there, 8-10 days, whatever it is. So maybe. I told Joe maybe. There's crap going on down at work, so we're our union contract is up Sunday.
Oh,
doesn't look good. So tomorrow morning at 8:00 on the union site, we have a strike authorization vote. So I don't know. I'm fine to walk the picket line because I'm not on their health care, so I don't have to worry about health care being lost for that time. So we'll see. I did tell our union steward, hey, I'm on vacation next week though.
Yeah,
I'll be back Saturday. If you need me to walk the picket line, I will be available on July 6th.
Well, hey, just virtual it.
Can you get workman's comp for? Are you technically off work?
So not yet.
I mean, when you go on strike.
No, the Pennsylvania, some states you can. The Pennsylvania House approved the bill, and it moved to the Pennsylvania Senate, and it hasn't been brought up or it's been bogged. I don't think it's been shot down. I just think they haven't gotten to it yet. I think it passed last October, November. So, wish it would have been in there, but I don't know. I do know. So normally, they said if you work, we've never had a strike. I don't think we're going to reach it. They feel confident they're going to reach an agreement. They have negotiations. the rest of the week, Tuesday through Sunday until 10 p.m. at night. So they feel confident they'll reach something. They're pretty far away on wages. That's the big thing right now, wages. Everything else seems to be worked out. So if you work the picket line, you get 5 times your dues amount a week. So I pay $70 a month in dues. I would make $350 a week working the picket line. That's before taxes. So you got to take 30% off that. Oh, plus union due still comes out monthly. So
Well, what's this podcast about? More, but it's all going on about eBay. So
I know
you can make a lot more money selling on eBay than
I know.
Well, that's the thing.
$50 a day or whatever it is you're going to get.
He can list stuff while he's out there picketing.
Yeah. I'll park the van right down there alongside the road and just start listing
just
shit
sit
out
there,
of the van.
get a little water stand going. You can sit there, you can do work while people pick up water.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I will say the international Teamsters has stepped in. They authorize and they told Penn State that we will pay union members if they gross over $1,000 a week, which most everybody does, $1,000 a week to work the picket line. So that's better. Nobody will get starved out. You know what I mean? So you get $1,000, take 30%, you'll get $700 a week.
Yeah,
yeah, it's not too bad.
Well, you take the van down there and have people, they need to make a little money, bring some shit in, and you'll buy it from them.
Everybody else will be holding the strike sign up.
Yeah, it's appraisal hour.
Yeah. Buy and
everybody
resell
else
right here.
Yeah. Everybody else will be holding their, Penn State, whatever, screwed us, or whatever signs they want to hold. My sign's going to say yard sale with an arrow pointing right down there to me. We're selling stuff right out of the van. So yes, I don't know what that will hold. That'll be an interesting feat for next week. But like I said, I'm one of the fortunate ones. I have 2 jobs. I work that, and eBay is a second job. And worst case comes, I'll do a little door dashing. But if you concentrate on eBay, you can make a lot of money. Look at you, Ron. You do it for a living, so
yeah. Well,
it can be done.
Again, it's life catches up to you. I mean, today I've gotten 5 items done. That's it. Five new listings. I between trying to get the watering done for the new grass out back, and then I went to pick up a load of peanuts because my contact is off for like 3 weeks for vacation, and I had 15 bags left, so I wanted to make sure I didn't run out of peanuts while they were gone. And then my mom called me. She goes, "Oh, can you calm down and pick up some stuff? We're trying to clean out the house." But they're going into a home. Assisted living. So, so they got forever. I mean, crap load of stuff. And then they live on I want to call it like a farmette. Their husband's son got the farm for like $50,000, and they're always broke. I'm like, they're getting phone calls every week for $1 million plus offers to buy the land. And it's all clean and green. He doesn't do anything with it. The farm, he's already gotten the state after him about tearing it down. It's got huge holes in the roof. It's ready to fall down. It's probably stuff fell today. The chicken house they got is nothing but drop storage for people in the family. I mean, I should probably yard sale there.
Yeah.
So they were moving stuff out, putting stuff in, and now they got tons of stuff in the house because what it is I think they got their grandparents had the whole farm. I think it was like 50 acres. They gave like a 1 acre to the daughter, 1 acre to the son, which is my stepdad. And when the grandparents passed away, I don't think my mom was married at that point. She might have been. So they offered the property to his son who bought it, and all he wanted was $10,000. And then his sister only wanted 40,000, so he got all this property in the farm and the farmhouse and the chicken house and the 40+ acres for $50,000.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, real estate's high, land's high. I'd be thinking about taking one of those offers.
Yeah. Well, he did make a promise to his dad that he would never sell while he's still alive. Because they live back a dirt road. I mean, so now you got to deal with a right of way and
Right.
have stuff in the deed, and I don't know how it's going to work when he sells the property. And
yeah, we were just talking about that. When was it? When did we got that one down? Friday, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eventually that housing market's going to crash.
No,
that would be better. I mean, that's land. Land will hold value. Land will always hold value.
Yeah, I don't see property values necessarily going down because everyone's cost of living is so high now. It keeps going up. Well, for most people. Hopefully more once the union makes up its mind.
Yeah.
For you.
So
I can't see property values going back down. July is going to be a big testing period because I don't know if you guys know this or not. When you buy a house, the seller usually pays the buyer's commission. So when you go to sell a house, your realtor is going to charge you, for simplicity's sake, we'll say 6%. So 3% goes to the buyer's agent, 3% goes to the seller's agent. Well, everyone's complaining for many, many years that, well, why should the seller be paying for the buyer's commission for their real estate agent?
Yeah.
So that's changing in July. I mean,
is that when it takes effect? July.
Yeah,
I heard
sometime
about
in July.
that.
Now, when it hit the news, 2 months ago or something like that?
Yeah.
Everyone's up in arms about it and concerned and scared, and realtors like, well, what are we going to do? So my wife, she's a senior agent, so she's going to have no problems. She has plenty of clientele and things like that. It's just no one knows yet how it's going to be worked out because the buyers already have to come up with, say you put 5% down, with everything else you got to come up with the mortgages and things. I mean, that 5% could be $30,000, $40,000, and then you add in another 3%.
Yeah. And then people want help with closing costs and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, it seems fair, but it'll be interesting to see what it does to the market.
Well, I think what's going to happen, it's still going to be, the seller is still going to be paying a lot of that. It's just, how is it going to be worded in the computer system? Because you can't say that, oh, the seller is giving an extra 3% bonus for a buyer's agent. You can't have that in there.
Yeah.
So there's going to be creative ways on how they're going to do it. How it's going to be done, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure the attorneys will get a hold of it and they'll put their spin and mumbo jumbo in there. Mm-hmm. And common folk like us won't be able to understand it.
Well, the last I heard, it still hasn't been finalized yet. So I can't see how it's going to go into effect. I mean, we're already, June 24th.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. Like, I'm not greedy. And I told our union this on the surveys and stuff, that give me the cost of living raise every year, whatever it is. If it's 8% this year, great, we get 8%. If next year it's 0.5%, oh well, we get 0.5%. That's all I want.
We only get, that's all I get anymore. That's all I've been getting for a year. I mean, we get, if we even get one, it depends on the economy.
Yeah. And
if the economy is doing okay, we don't, sometimes we don't get anything, and then we'll get our raise. We'll get 1.2% in November each year, usually. But we might get 3% a year at the most if the economy is so. And I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Well, not to get into politics, but isn't it all the money? Where does it go for the USPS? Isn't it goes towards like the federal government's retirement fund or something like that? Or
well, it's all going to change this year. They had to pre-fund the health care. They always had to put in $3 billion a year into the health care system to pre-fund everything.
Yeah, that was for
And
federal and state employees, right? Throughout
what's
the
that?
United States.
That
That's
was for
federal,
postal. That
federal and
that's
state.
for that's for the postal. That was just the postal. That was what
Okay.
they made the post office to cover all the postal employees, health care. They had to pre-fund all that. But now, because we fell under federal employees health benefit plans, but that ends this year when they redid
Okay.
everything. Now the post office has to have their own healthcare thing. It's going to be postal employees' health benefits instead of federal employees' health
Okay.
benefits. Um,
Because I knew
it's going to
most of that money went to something that wasn't really directly related.
well, it's in a fund, and then it's but it's a government, so somebody's getting their hands on the shit.
Oh yeah. Someone's getting
This
$8,000 toilets for their house.
yeah, it's disappearing. So
Yeah, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul and never paying Peter back. That's they do it with everything. It doesn't matter what money's there, they're doing it with everything.
yeah.
But for instance, here's how far apart these people are. And I mean it's bad on both sides, but off their website, not the union's website, off Penn State's website, is the union came in at 36% wage increase over 3 years. Obviously a ridiculous number.
Oh, of course.
And because it was our first year to throw out a number, I guess. And then Penn State countered at 6% over 3 years. Obviously a really low number. And then we just came back looking on our website. We dropped from 36 down to 32% over 3 years, with now up to 50% in additional market adjustments on top of the 36% wage increase. Then there's all kinds of other shit, a $3,000 ratification bonus and all that. And then Penn State came back and countered again at 6%. They stayed the same. So
well,
you have one party at 32, and Penn State's not budging off the 6. So
yeah. Well, it's just like yard selling. Someone says, "Oh, I'm taking offers. What do you think?"
Yeah.
So
$1.
You're going to come in and say, "Hey, I'll give you $5."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, God, I was thinking more like 100." So you can't shoot. You can't go high.
Yeah.
You can't go low and then shoot higher.
Yeah. You lose all your power. You lose all power. I was like that video game thing. Like, dude, this is what I'm coming at, because you won't give a number. I'm going to give my number. It's not my best and final. We'll work on it, but I need to gauge to see where you're at. That's all it is. Because you never know. Would you take 20? Oh, hell yeah. I'm like, oh. Then you always walk back to the car.
Shit, I should have did 20.
I could have got that for $2,
Yeah.
Oh. So that's a mess. Joe and I went out to Allentown Friday. It wasn't that great. Joe got a nice pair of binoculars. I got some odds and ends. Paid for the trip. And then Saturday, up north there in northern Dauphin County, I didn't do too good. I did better there Friday. I did better on Saturday than what I did on Friday.
I was the opposite. I did better Friday. I didn't get up in time, and I'm too much of a control freak with my eBay. I mean, if it says I got to pack stuff, I got to pack it before I can do anything. If I go out for date night, I got to make sure there's no outstanding questions. Everything's packed. I can't do anything in the morning until everything's packed, and with the exception of yard selling.
Yeah. Allentown. We just didn't see that much around here, so we're like, let's just go out there. I don't know, the highway's done. That's like the best part of the trip now. Besides Reading, the Kutztown area is all done. But,
yeah, that highway was bad because all those tractor trailers get that big ruts in the middle of the road.
It was rough coming home. It was tractor trailers everywhere coming home. Oh.
That's the bad part, because they're all going to New York and back, and like shit.
Liv and Kevin, they ran into it coming home Friday when they came down through, because that's the way they came down. I said, was the truck traffic heavy? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as of eBay sales, I'm plugging along. I mean, nothing, no big scores or anything, just routine stuff. $30 sales, $70 sales, run of the mill stuff. Nothing big.
Yeah, me too. I haven't hit any big hits. Couple more returns. I mean, people are buying these swatches that I have, and they're returning because we just don't like it or don't fit, or they're like this is a woman's watch. I'm like, no, it says G in the title. That swatch is word for gents or guys. Okay. Yeah, if it has L to start, then that's a ladies.
Now, do you have returns? Do you take returns on your?
Yes, I do take returns. The only thing I don't take returns on the stuff that I sell as is, untested, right, broken, parts repair, don't work. But even then with eBay, that's the thing. If you open up a case, and you sell something that says, hey, I plugged it in, it starts smoking right away and it's just on fire. I put it out and I'm selling it for parts. Right. And they get it and they turn around and say, hey, this don't work. I'm filing a case with eBay for item not as described. Well, yeah, it don't work. I says right in the title, don't work.
Yeah.
And guess what? You got to pay for the return. So now you're out the return shipping plus the initial shipping because one knows how to read.
I don't offer returns on my store. I will honor a return if I realize it's my fault. Like I just whatever I overlooked something or I forgot to proofread the listing before I published it. I'll honor it. Usually, most of the time, it's the fact I don't even want the damn thing back. I'll just eat the cost. You know what I mean? Because once again, I more likely paid $1 or $2 for it. So now, if it's something I paid up for, I want that thing back.
Yeah.
Or I'll say, send me some more pictures of that, or I'll gauge them to make sure it's not a scam. We're like, if I know that damn thing works, send it back. Oh, well, what if I just keep it? Then we all know it's a scam.
I had one. It was last week. It was an $18 light. It was like emergency floodlight plus shipping. And the guy says, hey, it arrived damaged. And he sent me pictures. And I said, can you send me some pictures of the box? And it was one of those things where it was bright from the sun. So he took pictures and everything was just so dark. And it looked like inside the light housing, the bulb fell out. And he didn't want to take it apart to see if it would just snap right back in. And I said, hey, look, I have another one listed. I just mailed you the bulb from it. Do you need the bulb? He goes, nah, I'd rather not. So, after I had already refunded his money because, it was $18 item, arrived broken. It's probably $12 or $15 shipping. So now I got to pay $12, $15 to return for something that arrived broken. Yeah, I'm just going to refund his money.
Yeah, the only one I had this week was them damn first gear trucks. I wanted people to pay, and a lot of people bought multiple, which is fine. I combined shipping, but one guy, there was one solo, or at least one solo one guy out in California bought it, and he's like, I sent the guy. I said, I love sending invoices. I'm that guy. I will blast your email inbox with invoices. But I sent him like maybe 3 invoices a day for 3 days. Mm-hmm. Then I just contacted him. I was like, are you paying for this? It was $100 truck, but
yeah.
Are you paying for this? Because if not, I'm going to report you to eBay here when that time frame's up. And I'm just looking to get this thing shipped. I'm ready to ship this thing. I have all these trucks going out. I want to get it out with that shipment. All of a sudden, it's paid for. Then he sends me a message. That's no way to do business. You're threatening me. I have time to buy. I was like, dude, I sent you 9 invoices. Give me a message. Hey, I'll pay for this on Thursday. Okay. At least I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that guy. So, as long as it arrives okay, I'll see if he gives negative feedback. But
yeah, it's just I love when I get messages and all it says is $20. It just says $20. I'm like, I'm assuming you're offering $20 for this item.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if I'm in that mood, I'm like, guys, reply back and say, nope.
I say, yeah, hey, I'd be willing to do $20 for that. Hey, how about you go in and submit an offer the correct way? Because my listing has or best offer. So maybe make me an offer. We'll see what the answer is. You're either going to decline or a counter.
I don't use a lot of best offers in my listings anymore because I'm so sick and tired. I mean, I put a $500 item on. I put it on for 600, but then I start getting offers for $20, $5, and then all of a sudden it's like $5, and then I send an offer, I just decline. I don't even bother, and then I get an offer for $4. And then the next thing, and then he sends an offer for $1, and then I have to block him.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of listings. I still do. I don't have a lot of listings, so I don't have to deal with that. I put it all on there. And I do overprice a little bit, knowing that offer is going to come in or somebody's going to try to lowball me. But now, if I had that many listings as you, yeah, I'd probably start limiting the best offers. I don't want to have 30 messages when I wake up in the morning. But
there's a friend of mine that sells. I watch his stuff once in a while, and he'll put stuff on for $7.99 or best offer. I'm like, that's just insane. He must get 100 offers a day, for just stupid prices.
I did that. This was a best offer. Usually because it's just how I list. I don't even look at my listings half the time. I just publish this shit. I really should take to that. I just told Joe like $7.50. I think I might have had it on there for like $7.75. It's just a little sewing kit thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take $7.50. I don't care. I'm not going to take $1 or $2. I would decline it, but it's been sitting in the tote for a year. I don't care.
I got it. I think I got a message yesterday. I had a CD, and what I do, I run discount sales based on how long the items have been sitting in my store. So the real old stuff, it's usually 20% to 30%. Once in a while, I may go to 35%. And then the newer stuff, anything that's been within a month that doesn't get anything, and then it just works way from there, 5%, 10%. So I had a CD that's at 30% off. It was $9.09. The guy goes, "You take $7?" I'm like, "No, it's already 30% off. I can't go any lower. Sorry. I get 10,000 free listings a month. It's not going to cost me any money to keep it in my store for somebody else to, come by and buy it."
I'm actually typing a comment on YouTube. Somebody on my picker page.
I was telling Justin before you came on. I had somebody want to cancel something. They bought the one inflatable I had. They came right back right afterwards. I think I sent the invoice out. Said, "Hi, I need to go ahead and cancel my order. I'm not able to pay for it, unfortunately. I'm very sorry about this." It was $14.99 plus the shipping. I said, "No problem." So, but I'd recommend you stop buying stuff on eBay if you can't afford it. I said, as a matter of fact, you probably want to go ahead and delete the app so it doesn't happen again. Have a nice day.
Stacey, I wouldn't do that because even if you cancel the order, he can still leave you feedback.
Well, it doesn't matter because once they do that, one of the questions when you cancel it, it asks you, the buyer asked to, and there's proof. So eBay, if you contact them, you have proof that they asked them to cancel the order, and that was one of the options you have when you cancel it. Buyer asked to cancel the order, so.
Well, I
have to deal with it later.
Can't leave feedback for the first week, but after that you can, because when someone bitches about something, and if it was my screw up or something like that, I take ownership of my mistake.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
For refund, but I do what they did. The seller asked to cancel the order. That way, they can't leave any kind of poor feedback right away.
Well, they can, but it's retaliatory and it's going to be pulled anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but then you got to spend 30 minutes trying to get somebody on the phone with eBay.
I'm almost retired. I got all day. I don't care. These people are so stupid.
Yeah, I was. She was checking out the 100-mile. One of the 100. She was checking out the video with Red Dog. Remember Red Dog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the old guy up there on the porch. He was pretty funny.
Yeah,
her YouTube name is Sweet Peas Attic. So maybe I told her to come over and check out the podcast whenever she gets a chance. We're actually recording it right now. So there's a shout out to you there, Sweet Peas Attic, or Sweet Peas _ Attic, if I want to be correct. But yeah, I don't really necessarily. I'm at 100% now. I've had a couple bad feedbacks. I never got my rating down really low, but I don't know. So here's a question: we've all bought off eBay, right? I mean, I
Mhm.
have.
Yep.
Mhm.
So say you're looking for something and you go on eBay to search as a buyer. Do you pay attention to feedback? Do you look at feedback?
Depending what the item is, yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, because like I'll buy, I'll price shop. Like if I'm buying shipping boxes, I'll look at Granger's website because I get free shipping through them. I'll check out Amazon and I'll check out eBay and I'll go with the cheapest. And I go because I'm not tax exempt status on Amazon because, it's in my wife's name. So I like it when she puts a gift card on there and I just use it up. And she has no idea. She must
She goes
activate
in.
it 200. I bought something today.
She goes in to
Or,
buy something later and it's gone.
Yeah.
where's that $100 at?
Yeah. I think I bought I found a big pile of dirt in the corner of my outside. So I set up a little camera right there and it's a mouse. I wanted to see what it was. I thought it might have been like a small mole or something like that because I had
Yeah.
one floating the other day. But it's a little mouse and he must have heard the camera kick on
Yeah.
when it goes to record because it's motion activated because he must have jumped and attacked the camera because it had moved. Yeah, and I got some really good close-ups. Let me see.
Oh, you have to send that video to Justin. He can put that up.
I'll put that up. I ain't afraid to put anything up. Yeah, I don't really look at now. If I'm buying something expensive, I do because I'm not trying to get scammed. But like if I'm buying something for like $20 or something like that, usually I'll go in and search lowest to high to see what kind of deals there are. But I usually never go to their feedback page.
Oh yeah, I usually don't look. I mean, it depends. If it's I don't know, stuff like from China and stuff like that. I'm just looking for wires or something. Phone cables and stuff. Then I kind of look at it a little bit because some of that stuff's a little iffy, and you can get
Yeah,
good feedback
I
off
mean,
of
if I'm
that.
in a listing and I see they got a feedback at like 70, yeah, I'm gonna start to dive in there. But if it's in the 80s or 90s, I'm pretty lenient. Like it's
Yeah.
nothing. I'm not buying nothing high value, so I'll buy that from somewhere. I'm not gonna buy that off eBay.
Well, I look for the negative. If I see a bunch of negatives, then I'll check it out a little bit. Because a lot of times it's just stupid stuff anyway.
Yeah,
People just getting mad because it took so long or whatever. But
it broke in shipping. I really wanted it, and the guy responds like, "Not my. I mean, that's on the post office or FedEx.
yeah,
I we filed a claim. I paid you. I got reimbursed. So, but somehow the negative feedback just never got taken off there.
Yeah, yeah. eBay will remove it, but you have to do it within 30 days of receiving the feedback. Once it's
right.
after 30 days, because I've gotten ones already where the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave that feedback. It was by accident. I confused you with a different buyer." I'm like, "Well, can you remove it?" I said, "Sure."
Yeah,
I said, "Okay, I'll send you the link to get it removed." And then after that, you know, I sent him a couple other messages. He dropped off the face of the earth, and by the time I called eBay, it was after 30 days. I'm like, "Oh crap, I'm screwed now."
Ron's looking for that mouse photo or video there.
Well, I have one. I'm just trying to catch a still picture because he runs by it so quick. Oh, what the hell? We'll just okay. I have it. I don't have it zoomed in. Let me.
Sounds like you need a cat.
I have a cat.
This,
You can see the tail. I don't know if he's going to run by again or not.
Oh yeah, there it
oh,
was.
Yeah, too
yeah.
close.
Got
Yeah,
got a flash of him.
yeah. One of these, he was actually. It looked like he was going up to the camera trying to bite it. Let me check some newer ones. Yeah, there he is right there. This is just the start of it. don't know if he'll come back in the window in the screen. There he is.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
It almost like there's more than one.
Yeah, there usually are. We're out here in the fields. We got lots of them running around. The cat's got one out here yesterday, or I went out this morning. They were out there chewing on one.
Yeah, so this is, he must have got a small little hole right along the siding of my house and the brick retaining wall.
Yeah.
And I kept covering it up. I mean, that's a lot of dirt he kicked out. So it must be in there pretty good.
Won't be long until he starts inviting his brothers and sisters in there too.
Yeah, well,
yeah. When winter gets here.
Yeah.
So my wife bought some mouse traps and some gel this morning.
Yeah, we usually get them at the beginning of every or they're towards fall when it starts getting cool.
Yeah.
We usually get one or two, and then we have both traps. We have the wooden traps, and we have the glue traps too. And
the one I bought, I've got the plastic ones that just snap shut.
Yeah.
Last year, we had one caught in the glue trap, so I take it outside and kill it with the hammer, and I bring it back in, and Patrick's screaming. Sarah's like, "What are you doing?" I'm thinking, he's gonna go right back there outside the fireplace for a day. No, he's dead. Get him out of the house. Like, I want to leave him there so when his brothers show up tonight when it gets dark in the house, hey, this is what happens. So just turn around and get the hell out of the house now. Like, you catch a ball ping hammer.
Well, I got this really tall dead tree in the backyard against my wood line. And since I moved in, there's been a red-tailed hawk. And the previous owner said he's been there for forever. Well, he didn't come back this year, so I don't know if he died from old age or what. But I'm starting to notice some rabbits and some mice, and
yeah, that means he moved on. He's somewhere
else. He moved on somewhere. Yeah.
All right, so our top 5 list for this week. I want to do something a little bit patriotic since it's kind of a July 4th episode or right around that time frame. So I came up with the title of the top 5 snake draft, top 5 patriotic movies or military movies or USA movies. Independence Day, being Independence Day, that kind of topic. Anybody have trouble finding any? Because I have a list.
Oh no, I got a big list right there.
I don't have a big list. I mean, I could have put more time and effort into it, but I do have
me too.
List. I mean, I have a good list. I know some of them will be taken, but I have plenty on there to finish out.
I got 14 of them. I threw a few on there just in case, but yeah.
I think I'm flirting with that 14 to 16 range. So, all right, that's once again our weekly picker wheel.
I don't know
Let's
why.
bring that up.
Well, I don't know why you even bother spinning it.
Ah, horse shit! And if it lands on Hippy again, I'm gonna bypass the picker wheel and go to I think Google has their own wheel. Maybe I'll try that one out. Because what is this? This will be the third time in a row.
I only lost once.
Let's see here.
What's wrong, Penny?
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
I told you. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
You have the best Wi-Fi, but you'll hack into somebody's computer to change the wheel around. Somehow Sarah gave him the old Wi-Fi password. All right, let's take that off the screen there. So the order for this week's top 5 top 5 patriotic movies, USA movies, will be Hippy, then myself, and then Ron. So where are you going to go with the number 1 pick?
Well, I'm torn, but I gotta go. I gotta go with this one. It's got to be Saving Private Ryan.
That's a good one.
I have another one, but that one, I think that's probably. Yeah, that's probably right up there.
I am so glad you didn't take my first pick. So
that's all right.
I thought you would have taken mine. So
Yeah, I thought
Or,
for sure. I thought it would be something else.
no, but I know which one you're thinking. I got that like third or fourth, I think. But I'll
Really?
wait and see. Yeah, we'll
You
see.
have this one third or fourth? Obviously, even though Hippie has picked the Saving Private Ryan as the first overall pick, the stunner of the draft, because the number 2 pick, which is number 2 overall, which has been my first pick, is the Patriot.
I have that. That was my
Yeah, I
number
have it
2
too.
pick. That was I was torn between that and Private Ryan. I think they're both.
Yes.
I think they're both right there.
Well, the one I thought was going to go first is Will Smith's Independence Day.
Oh, Independence Day for Ron.
That's number 3 in the list. You're going right down the line. There we go.
And we'll go with one of my Marvel movies. We'll go Captain America for back-to-back.
I saw that. I was like, I don't know if I want to. There's too many other good ones on my list. To be honest with you, I never saw. I'm not a big Marvel guy, so Sarah and Patrick have seen them things thousands of times. I don't even know what the hell that is on, but I can't even read my own list. How's that? Oh, there it is. Well, I wrote it on a little notepad. I didn't even use a pad. I used like an actual notepad. I can't. My eyes are getting bad.
Be like me. I got reader glasses all over the house, in my truck, in my car. Sometimes my wife wears 2 of them.
This is one of my favorite movies, and boy, I get suckered into this every time I see it on TV. I watch it over and over again. The movie Glory. God, I love that movie.
Yeah, that was number 2
Love
on
that
the
movie.
list.
Love it. Well, a lot of scratching. Are you painting by number over there? Are you playing lottery tickets, or are you scratching off the draft list there, Joe?
Nope. Well, that was right beside another one that I have on there, but that's I have them way down there. They're way down there.
Thought you had one of them $50 scratchers going there.
You got. Now we're back to me. I'm going to come right around the horn, and we're going to go with a new one, and then we're going to go to a throwback.
Ooh.
Got Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
I didn't have that one. That was good.
That wasn't on my list either.
And then we get the turnaround, and we're going 80s Red Dawn.
Oh, good one.
Patrick Swayze.
I actually had that on my list, but
is that the new one or the old one?
No, the old one. That's the old one. The new one was all right. Nah.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze in the original one, 84, I think it was.
Now, my third pick. This movie here is one where you kind of gotta clear out the afternoon, because it's what was it, 4 hours long, 5 hours long. I'm going to go with this isn't a sit down and watch it and get out of the house early kind of movie. It's going to go with Gettysburg.
Yep, that was it. I had that and Glory together. So
filmed a mere 30 miles from us. How far is Gettysburg, Joe?
Yeah, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But we watched it. We watched it while we were camping, right in the middle of the battlefield. We went out and bought it at Walmart while we were down there camping. And I said, hey, what better place to watch it than right in the middle of the battlefield?
Well, speaking of Gettysburg, that is next on my list. Gettysburg.
Already taken. That was my choice there, Ron.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I got more. We do Zero Dark 30.
Ah, yes. I got that right under Gettysburg.
That's a good one.
And my back-to-back, I'll go with Dunkirk.
Yep. That's at the bottom of my list. That was good. Not up there with the rest of them, but yeah, I had it on there. That was good.
I still have a lot on my list that you guys haven't said. I got 3 picks of all this list.
Oh, well, you go ahead. I still got a few too.
Yeah, I think I got 2 left.
Another great movie I love to watch. Patrick loves it too, although he has to turn away at some parts. Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes, sir. That's
really
number
good.
6 on my list. Right after Red Dawn, I was coming up next. You got it. That was I never had watched it before. I just saw it a few years ago for the first time, and Yeah, it's a great story.
Oh yeah,
People have a lot against conscientious objectors, but he still
yeah.
put his life on the line for other people. So yeah,
I know that movie's
somebody.
been out a while, but should we put a spoiler alert out there? Because Joe just said the plot. I don't want people to get mad because Joe spoiled their weekend.
Where are we at?
We're over to you. Your
We're
fourth
back
pick
to me.
for 4 and 5.
Well, let me think here. I could go funny because that's all. But
Well, you got it back to back.
well, yeah, I went. Let's go with another classic, Stripes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That involves the Russians again too. So, another oldie was Tom Cruise, Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah, that was my next one.
Yeah, mine too.
That was
I
kind
was
of
surprised that stayed out there that long, but
it's not a great movie, but it was it's kind of a downer movie.
yeah.
It's yeah.
I'm still torn, man. I got last.
I got a few yet.
We might do an honorable mention on this one too. The walk on, the undrafted free agent pick after this. Boy, wow! They're so neck and neck. I will let somebody have that one because I know they'll say so. I'm going to go with the Flags of Our Fathers.
I don't even know that movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It has what's his name in it? Who was that? Matt Damon, I believe. Wasn't that Matt Damon in that?
I don't know. I don't know if I ever saw that one either. I'll have to check it out.
By the way, I am horrible with actors and actresses. Horrible with them. We'll be sitting there watching a movie, and then
Hey, I know that guy.
I'll look at Sarah and be like, "Is that?" And she just goes immediately, "Nope, nope. I know who you're thinking. Nope." Okay, well, not okay. It's not Matt Damon. Apparently, the cast: Ryan Felipe, Adam Beach, Paul Walker was in. Paul Walker, so I think
Paul Walker was in it. Oh,
yeah, Paul
really?
Walker was in there.
Oh, wow.
He was a young kid. That's why I want to say it was Matt Damon, but it wasn't Matt Damon.
Right.
That's a good movie. We had to read that book. I think we had to read that book in school. I think. No, 2006. I'm thinking of the other movie. Yeah, 2006. I read the book though. That was a very good book too. And I don't read books, so. All right, there, Ron.
I added two more to my list while you guys were talking. They're both gruesome. I'm going to go with back to back. I'm going to do Inglorious Bastard and Fury.
Oh, I forgot about Fury. Fury is a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Tank.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yep, I forgot all about that one. That was a good one.
So your undrafted free agent was Fury. And then we'll come back around with the undrafted free agent. My undrafted free agent who didn't get picked in the draft, but he will be on a team somewhere. I will have to go with. God, once again, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with this one just because I don't want to put two Mel Gibson movies on my list. I'm going to go with Apollo 13. Even though I don't believe we went to the moon, but That's just I am a moon conspiracy theorist. We've never been there, but I enjoy that movie. Who's your undrafted free agent there, Joe?
Man, I got 3 of them here.
Okay, sorry about that. My wife put the dogs out and didn't let them in.
That's
So,
all right.
so you're talking about you're a conspiracy theory about not being on the moon.
Yeah, we've never been to the moon.
So is the Earth round or flat?
Oh, the Earth's round. I'm fine with that. I just don't think we've ever been to the moon. Too much evidence to not support that we've been there.
What, you didn't watch Transformers: Dark Side of the Moon?
Once again, that's great production by Hollywood, just like the actual moon landing.
Yeah, I mean, these are good movies, but I'm going to have to go with National Treasure. That's a good one. I had a couple other ones on there, but I get sucked into that one every time it comes up.
Yeah, I do too. Both of them. Book of Secrets in the other one.
I wish they'd do another one.
Yeah, that's 2 to 3 hours you're not getting back out of your afternoon.
Yeah.
Those are the good movies like that. The Patriot, Glory, Hacksaw Ridge. You see those. Independence Day is another one. You come home from yard sale on a Saturday morning. He's like, I'm just going to lay down on the couch for 5 minutes. Just next, you know, that one of those comes on. Like, well, next, you know, your old lady's coming in saying, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "Oh shit, it's 5 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock."
Yeah, I get sucked into those, and what's crazy is that they're the movies I can watch on one of my streaming services, but I still sit there and watch it on public TV with all the commercials.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing? I get pissed off at the commercials. They're like 8 minutes long these days.
See that right there is the reason I don't think I could ever become a full-time reseller, because I mean I know I could do it. I have the skill to do it and the mindset to do it. I don't have the discipline, because damn it, Ron, I would have a tab open on the computer and I'd have a movie going or I'd have TV going, and then next you know, hey, I'm going to get 20 listings on. Maybe one listing got done and I'm sitting there struggling. I'm getting through a movie. Like I don't have the discipline for it.
Yeah, you probably watch it, just so you know, I think it may be different now, but when I first started doing this, in order to have a write-off for an office, it can't have like a couch, it can't have a TV or anything like that inside it.
Well, I'm just saying I would play it on the background of the computer, and then I'd switch tabs and be like, oh man, yeah. Now you're sitting in this nice comfy office chair. You're 3 hours into the movie Gettysburg, and not a damn thing got on eBay.
You still got another 3 hours left.
So going down the list, Hippy, Saving Private Ryan, Pearl Harbor, Red Dawn, Stripes, Born on the 4th of July, and National Treasure. Over to me, I had The Patriot, Glory, Gettysburg, Hacksaw Ridge, Flags of Our Fathers, and Apollo 13. And then Ron had Independence Day, Captain America, Zero Dark 30, Dunkirk, Inglourious Bastards, and Fury.
Yeah, I had 2 on my list that never got called: Top Gun and Behind Enemy Lines. They were the other 2.
Top Gun was on my list.
Yeah,
I didn't have that. I had 1776.
That was on my list, but I knew I wasn't going to call it. It wasn't high up there for me.
I think I also had Black Hawk Down and American Sniper.
Had American Sniper. I didn't have Black Hawk. Nobody had The American President.
No.
I like that movie too. That's more of a little chick flick too. Ladies love that one. Bless you.
Hey.
I think don't get me wrong. I think that was Michael Douglas in that. But
yep.
Okay, don't quote. Like I said, I'm horrible at names and actors. Platoon.
Yep.
I thought about that one. That and Apocalypse Now, but they're okay.
You're going to mention Platoon, you might as well start saying Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo was on there. It made it over here to the side.
Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
all the above.
First Blood. This needless story. I should have chose this movie over one of the other ones, but We Were Soldiers.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
That's a good movie. The book is 1,000 times better than the movie, though. We had it's kind of a little graphic. The book's a little graphic. Our 6th grade teacher in elementary school, Mr. Knoll, he was a Marine. He was up there, man. He had to be pushing like 70-something years old, teach 6th grade. And he had a record player in the classroom. We always pulled down the Marine Corps band. And he'd walk in or something, and we'd just slap the Marine Corps hymn on there. He'd stand at attention.
You freeze him in his spot.
Freeze him right up. Then he would get into it was a great way. Like if we had a quiz or something coming up that like the next class, we would do that just to kill like 20 minutes to postpone the quiz. Oh yeah, he read that book. Now this was back in the day. He goes, nobody going home crying to their parents, because if they do, the book is done. We sat there listening to that book. He read that whole thing to us, man. I think that was somebody local too. We Were Soldiers. Might have been out of the Hershey area, if I'm not mistaken. It was. I think Mel Gibson was in the movie.
Mel Gibson. Yep.
Lone Survivor. We just watched that one in the past year. That's good. You see that one, Joe?
Who's in that?
That one guy.
He's a. It's the guy who played. Before I researched this, because I don't know his real name, I think it's the guy who played. Did you watch Friday Night Lights, Joe?
Yeah, I did. You mean the movie or the series? The series.
The series. I think it's the kid who played who played Riggins. I think.
Oh, Wahlberg's in it. Mark Wahlberg's in it.
Yeah, Wahlberg's in that one.
Oh, Eric Bana. Oh, there's a bunch of guys in it. I don't know if I ever saw that one.
Taylor Kitsch. He's the kid who played Riggins in Friday Night Lights.
Oh, okay.
That's a good movie. Like I didn't even know nothing about it, and Sarah and I watched it maybe probably in the last 6 months for the first time. We loved it. It was a good movie.
I'll have to watch. I'll write that down. I watch that tonight. I don't think I ever saw that because she likes Eric Bana, and Alexander Ludwig. He's from one of the Vikings shows. He was the son of in the Vikings. He was there's a bunch of guys in this one.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. It's a true story too. Another true story.
Is it? Okay.
Going old school there. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Black and white movie there.
Was that Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart. Mm-hmm. I used to be able to do an impression of him, but I don't want to do it now because it probably sound horrible. People would not be happy with me if I did that. And the only other one I had on my list was Courage Under Fire. So, yeah. Well, that concludes our top 5 patriotic movies for the 4th of July. Just a reminder, have everybody check us out on YouTube and Spotify. And I've been slacking on the Facebook page. Last week's episode came out a little bit late because it was so hot. I was just so tired from work and other stuff and eBay. I didn't get it out until I think over the weekend. But this one should be out Wednesday or Thursday for sure, because we're leaving for the shore then. So check us out on all the socials to keep up with us. Check out our eBay stores, Ron's Online Treasures, Susquehanna Picker, and I think Joe's eBay is Harrisburg Steelers, something like that. HBG Steelers.
Just H Steelers.
Oh, yeah. H Steelers. We've got some good auctions going on up there now, especially if you're interested in some Swarovski binoculars. Other than that, hope everybody has a happy and safe 4th of July. If you drink, don't drive. Get a DD, an Uber, Lyft, whatever you want to use. And remember, there is somebody in this country that by the end of next weekend, they won't have all 10 fingers. That's just a scientific fact. Somebody's gonna mess around with fireworks, and it's not gonna be pretty. Scientific fact. I mean, it may sound bad, but how that football player did the other year.
Oh, I got a story about fireworks for you guys. When I was young,
back up.
my grandfather had a bag of true M80 quarter sticks, and I used to steal a couple every time I would go over. And he used to keep them in the back of his truck for some reason. And this is how I started getting the reselling spirit, because you guys heard of Ollie's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ollie's started out with, when there was a tractor trailer overturned or something like that, the company would get a complete write-off, and then they were supposed to take all up to New York to incinerate everything. So the guy would come into Harrisburg, and he would talk to my grandfather's friend Don Tisman, who was a food broker, and as well as Ollie's, and then see and get a little competitive bidding going back and forth, because he wanted to buy the truckload of stuff before he took it up to the incinerator. So that's how I started getting into this, because I would help my grandfather out at the flea market. He was getting older, so I would unload, help him set up, and then once he was set up, I would go around and buy old vintage fishing stuff. And then his friend, the neighbor, this is over at the old Grove, where it used to be a racetrack.
Silver Springs, yeah.
So I would turn around and buy vintage fishing stuff, and then turn around and sell it to his neighbor, because he couldn't get out, because he was set up and he was selling. And that's how I started getting into I got the resale bug.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so I used to take the quarter sticks and take it down the local creek. And I used to bury it into clay in the creek or throw it in the pond to kill the fish. And then after he had passed away, I asked my grandmother whatever happened to those. And he goes, "Oh, I threw those out, honey." I'm like, "Oh,
Jesus."
We take them up to Racetown Lake and throw them out. They had waterproof fuses.
Yeah, good old M80s.
Yeah, oh my God, that would have blown off a finger. Those things would have took out. They were strong.
Yeah, that football player did it the other year. I think he used to play for the Giants. I think last year he might have played for Miami.
Yeah, he had a French name or something. What was his name?
Was it Jason Paul Pierre or Saint Pierre or something like that?
Yeah. He was playing with a mitt on, like the baseball players use when they steal bases.
Some YouTuber got big trouble for doing that. I guess he was doing a video, and I think he had a Lamborghini. I think an SV or SVT or something like that. And he rented a helicopter, and he was shooting. What are those things you hold them and they just shoot balls out?
Roman candles.
Roman candles.
Yeah. So he was shooting Roman candles at this car. And it was actually a really cool video. But there's a really strict law about having, pyrotechnics on any kind of aircraft. Yeah. So he got in huge trouble. He did not get a permit for that.
Jesus.
Yeah. So he saw jail time for that.
Yeah. Okay. All I remember is back up, Terry. Back up. God, that's gonna be flooding Facebook next week and Instagram reels and all that good stuff. So that's what you need the t-shirt of, Joe. You need the t-shirt of Terry. Back up, Terry. All right, everybody have a good holiday.
Yep, you too. Enjoy your vacation.
Be in touch. Much needed relaxation.
Maybe I'll see you across the street, Ron.
Yeah, I'll probably be out there. My wife's getting tired of losing on Saturdays, so
yeah.
I don't know what that means. Does it mean Monday night? I don't know.
That's when you're walking out the door, Ron. You say, "Well, you walk out of here every Saturday a winner because you're walking out of here with me." Oh, by the way, I spent that gift card you had on Amazon. One
great thing about me and my wife, we have our own checking account. So I don't know what she has. She doesn't know what I have. So
That's how we do it. It works. That's how we do it. Just seems to work that way.
yep. Well, we're both self-employed, so
Yeah.
we got to keep the
Makes,
account
makes
up.
it easier for bookkeeping that way.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Episode 10 is in the books.